morning, dear aspirants. To start with today's news, Mahanadi row. The timing of Chhattisgarh's release of water into the river that was in the crisis and issue. So this comes under GS1 geographical features. So for prelims about Mahanadi river system you have to study, which is the third largest of peninsular India and largest river of Odisha state. Mahanadi word is compound of two Sanskrit words which means great river. Okay, and then Mahanadi basin extends over states of Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and some small portion in Jharkhand, Maharashtra, and Madhya Pradesh. It is bounded by the central India hills on the north and eastern Ghats on the south and east, and Maikala range on the west. And then it has its source in the northern foothills of Dandakaranya in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh. Mahanadi is one of the major river of peninsular river in water potential and flood producing capacity. It ranks second to the Godavari. It is one of the most active silt depositing stream. After receiving the Sionath river, it turns east and enters Odisha state. At Sambalpur, the Hirakud dam on the river has formed a man-made lake that is 35 miles long. It enters into the Odisha plain near Cuttack and enters the Bay of Bengal at Falls Point. Puri, which is one of its mouth, is famous pilgrimage site. And tributaries of Mahanadi is Sionath, Hastio, Mand and Eve is left bank tributary. Om, Tel and Jong is a right bank tributary. And the two important projects are completed during this Mahanadi river. In the one is Mahanadi main canal and Tandula reservoir in Chhattisgarh. Then reforms have been delayed and India calls UN system as anachronistic. So this comes under GS3 international organization. So for prelims about UNSC, the Security Council was established by the UN Charter in 1945. It is one of the 6 principal organ of the UN. Other 5 organs are General Assembly, Trusteeship Council, Economic and Social Council, International Court of Justice and Secretariat. The responsibility is to work to maintain international peace and security. Council is headquarters is at Newark. So the council has 15 members, 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members elected for 2 years term, and each year General Assembly elect 5 non-permanent members for a 2-year term, and the 10 non-permanent seats are distributed on a regional basis. So council presidency is a capacity that rotates every month among its 15 members. So voting power, every Security Council member has 1 vote. Decision of the Security Council on matters are made by the affirmative vote of 9 members, including the concurring vote of the permanent members. So any member of the UN which is not a member of the Security Council may participate without vote in the discussion of any question brought before the Security Council. So Supreme Court modifies order on EEZ eco-sensitive zone around protected areas. So this comes under GS3 environment. For prelims, the Supreme Court has directed that every protected forest, national park and wildlife sanctuary across the country should have mandatory eco-sensitive zone of minimum 1 kilometer. About EEZ or ecologically fragile area, and it is notified by Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change around protected areas, national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. The purpose of declaring EEZ is to create some kind of shock absorbers. They also act as a transition zone from the area of high protection to area involving lesser protection. So this Act 1986 does not mention the word eco-sensitive zone. This could go up to 10 kilometers around the protected area. Connectivity and ecological important patches, landscape linkages beyond 10 kilometer width also included in this zone. In case any national park or protected forest already has a buffer zone extending beyond 1 kilometer, that would prevail. In case the question of the extent of buffer zone was pending a statutory decision, then the court's direction to maintain 1 kilometer safety zone would be applicable. Mining within the national park shall not be permitted. The principal chief conservator of forest and home secretary of state responsible for the compliance of judgment. Thank you. If you have any doubt, feel free to contact this number.